Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. This reading today is going to be for my Geminis. If you guys resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. Alright guys, if you want a personal reading, it's jocelynlovely84@gmail. You'll see my email on the link, description link, okay? Alright, we're starting off with the Ten of Cups energy right here. This is you right here. And I'll tell you exactly how you recently got to the Ten of Cups. I got the Lovers right under that. I'm not getting anybody else but you, really. It's almost as if two parts of you, aspects of you, have finally joined forces or come together. Two aspects of you, and they were really different. They were really different. And I'll tell you right now why, okay? You got a Knight of Wands. It's almost as if your creative side, I want to say the most creative version of yourself, maybe the inner child, or some part of your ego, has been heard. I know we talked about it last week or a couple of days ago. We talked about how some part of you hasn't been heard, and so it has refused to stop working alongside of you or moving forward in your life. It refused. It literally said, if you do not pay attention to me, I refuse to keep going down this path with you because it's all work and no play. So it's almost as if with this Knight of Wands energy, the creative side of you, I'm getting very orangey colors like sacral energy, which is creativity. So when we talk about sacral energy, creativity, it reminds me of like the house of play, fifth house, inner child, very inner child word. So I'm getting this inner child, but it's almost as if this part of you has been, again, all work and no play. So it's almost as if this part of you hasn't been acknowledged, right? And then once you did decide to acknowledge it, it's like you didn't decide to acknowledge it. It decided to push itself out onto you. It's almost as if like you could not, I think you were fighting it. Some part of you, maybe your mind, the adult version of you, the adult side of you is like, we have to work, we have to work, we have to work. And so your inner child was like, fuck you. It said, fuck you. We're going to have fun. And it forced itself onto your daily life. And it almost took over. It almost seems like it bulldozed. So if you saw yourself kind of spazzing out or acting in ways that you normally wouldn't, it's almost as if that was your inner child saying, I'm going to be heard, I don't care what you say. But it's almost as if the shadow has something to do with it, which is why I'm a little confused here. That's why it's like, it was like both versions of you. The version of you that seeks pleasure, so that almost reminds me of shadow. That side of you was also in play here. That's the part that kind of rebelled, like that teenager side of you, right? It rebelled and said, no, enough is enough, right? And so what it did was, if you're in a meeting and let's say you're trying to show a presentation, if something happened during a meeting where you were coming off a little different, maybe joking more than usual or trying to push buttons a little more than usual, that was it. And then you were wondering, what's going on with me? This isn't like me. If you notice people were looking at you a little different, it was that. For some of you guys, it may have came off while you were working out or in like at work. I'm getting work, like you're usually very serious and take your job very serious, especially Geminis, you're in the realm of the mind. It almost seemed like this other version of you came out. And so people were looking at you like, okay, I've never seen that side of you, right? You might have taken it as a bad thing, but really, this was just your inner child or maybe like your shadow's way of saying, you're going to pay attention to me, like I said. And so it did. It took over the show, and for some reason, it almost seems like you were trying to justify it to yourself as to why this was happening. But there's nothing to justify. Your inner child and your shadow, right, the realm of pleasure and joy and creativity is telling you, no, you don't justify us. We are a part of you, right? And here it is. I'm getting the realm of the mind is finally balanced with the realm of creativity and pleasure. And it's what's been needing to happen, because I think it's almost as if like you went your whole life, right, being a Gemini, thinking of the realm of the mind and just working. And then once in a while, maybe once a month, you go out there and splurge, whether that's drinking too much or acting out on your addictions or whatever it is, going crazy, overspending. It's almost as if this part of you would act out and then you would try to justify it, thinking that it's something that's bad, but it really wasn't. It's just that you weren't incorporating it into your daily life, and that's why you would have those moments where you were act out and be a little ashamed of yourself. It's almost as if you were ashamed to have your inner child out with you. Here's judgment being called out, right? As above, so below. It's almost as if, again, harnessing both energies, and it's almost as if you're putting your creative side first now. That comes first now, right? Yes, you can still get work done. You always do. It's almost as if you think, if I don't work hard enough, I'll never catch up. But it's like, that's the problem. You work too much, too hard, all the time. It's like, give yourself a break, or learn to incorporate your creative side in between or during the work time. That's when you get the most creative. That's where the best work comes out, when you bring that passion forward. And that's what you've been missing, but you just never really saw it that way. Maybe when you were a kid, some of you guys were told that being too playful or too childish was not okay. It's almost as if you were told that, and so you were made to believe that, and you carried that with you for the rest of your life. That's a heavy burden to carry, though, don't you think? Then we have the Lovers here. Two energies finally coming together, right? Like I said earlier, I said the Lovers. Again, Seven of Wands with the Five of Swords, but this is what I'm getting. It's like the realm of the mind with passion. Two different aspects. They don't have to be different. You can have both. And like I said, they can both find a way. I want you to do this. I want you to challenge yourself. Find a way to incorporate fun while you're working. Find a way to laugh and make some type of joke or something that makes you happy. Find a way to squeeze it in while you're working, during breaks, and when you get home. Not during breaks only, and then when you get home only for like 15 minutes. I don't care if you have kids. Find ways to have fun while you're taking care of your kids. Find ways to have fun while you're running the errands. Do you see what I'm saying? Find a way. While you're driving and waiting, through traffic, find a way. For some of you guys, it's singing while you're in the car. Like, some of you guys have the best times to and from work because you're sitting there making jokes, listening to podcasts. It's like the real you can come out, but it's like, that's not enough. Bring more of it forward. I'm challenging you to do that. All right, my beautiful Geminis, that's all I have for you. I love you guys. Bye.